Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. And last time on Wonderful Everyday, we just did some more investigating and met Mommy's sister, I think. I think that was what happened, on the last episode. And yeah. So, we're just gonna continue onwards, and nobody's in the school for some reason. It's so quiet, though that was to be expected since school was closed. Oh, really? And of course, it wasn't like a series of people dying one after the other was an everyday occurrence. Oh my. Whoa. What's that so loud? Good morning. Oh. Huh? What's wrong? Huh? I'm sorry. Could I ask your name? Huh? My name? If you don't mind. I'm Miyakami Yuki. I see. That makes sense. That's right. Not even wearing a white coat. What? A white coat? Nothing. You don't need to worry about it. What's up with everyone? What's up with her? So why are you here? Huh? What are you talking about? You guys are the ones who told me to come here and get counseling. Huh? Counseling? Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I had to wonder what was going on. She clearly was acting strange. Oh yes, it looks like the counselor will be coming soon. I don't really need counseling though. But after what happened, you don't have to worry about me, I'm feeling great. That's not true. You saw a teacher fall to death with your own eyes. There's a chance you're suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. That's what the other teacher said. Post-traumatic stress disorder? I don't think you need to worry about it when I'm telling you, I'm fine. Well, actually, just because you say that doesn't mean you are. Don't say that. We have to look into it for our sake as well. But there's no need. I mean, of course, like, if you're, like, doing under stuff like that, you won't, like, admit it. I mean, you could, but, like, of course it's not strange that you wouldn't admit it, so that's not really an argument. So, the counselor is late, isn't he? What voice I give her? Was it like... So, the counselor is late, isn't he? Looks like it. I'd like to ask you something, if you don't mind. What is it? It's kind of hard to ask, but... Say about Mrs. Sanagawa. Yes. It's supposed to be counseling, yet she was asking me about that. Though she probably just wanted to know. There were colleagues at work, too. I don't really know anything. She wasn't in condition to talk. Her lungs were probably ruptured. Oh. So why did Mrs. Shinagawa commit suicide? We're not certain that her death was a suicide. I actually haven't heard what happened after that. After the ambulance came, then the cops, it was a mess. What happened to her? Oh, right, she was taken to the hospital, and then she stopped breathing. I see. Well, that made sense, but she wasn't telling me what was really important. Was Mrs. Sanagawa's death an accident or a suicide? Right now we're not sure, but we confirmed that she went up to the roof of Building C alone. Alone? We also have testimony that she fell by herself, and they say it looked more like an accident than a suicide. It looked like an accident? It looked like she climbed up the fence herself and was trying to do something, though we don't know what that might have been. They say she didn't climb up the fence and jump off, but rather she fell off while trying to do something up there. Oh, there were witnesses? There were several eyewitnesses. Not just students, but also people from the surrounding neighborhood who saw her. So it wasn't murder. Probably. Probably. Oh, it probably wasn't directly related, but a suspicious person was spotted in the store at the time of the accident. A suspicious person? Apparently that person wasn't a student. They had a large camera, and we're still not sure what their intentions were. What? A suspicious person holding a camera. It wasn't just suspicious, it sounded like the media was already monitoring the situation. After so many people had died in a row, it wasn't surprising at all. Didn't only 2 people die in a row? Did Mrs. Shinagawa have any particular problems lately? I haven't heard anything like that. But she was the homeroom teacher of Takashima's classroom, so maybe, if one of her students committed suicide, there might have been people who would have said it was her fault. Why would they? Her death was certainly regrettable, but it wasn't Yui's fault. Why did she call her Yui all of a sudden? Actually, Mrs. Kiyokawa and Mrs. Shinagawa were pretty close, weren't they? The 2 of them didn't have any other colleagues close to their age. But she didn't seem terribly sad, all things considered. Rather than sad, she seemed scared. Even if she wasn't at fault, it was probably enough to make her worry, wasn't it? Well, maybe so, but that had nothing to do with her death. How can you be so sure? Because... Anyway, they determined she wasn't at fault at all. They did, or rather, there was no doubt to begin with. The doctors and police say that Takashima's suicide happened because of a neuronic breakdown. I see, so it happened because of her mental illness, and the cause wasn't bullying or any other external factor like that. There was no bullying. We don't have any bullying here. Or at least we haven't been able to determine if there is any occurring. Well, no, it's not like I'm saying there was any bullying involved. Oh. She reacted pretty strongly there. I wonder if it's like a thing in Japan to like make it look like your school doesn't have bullying or something. Like, I don't know, that just seemed kind of strange. It felt like she was already making excuses to the media. The teachers were all on edge too, I guess. When it came to them, they didn't let people think that Takashima-san's suicide was caused by bullying, and said Aoi Yui's death was caused by her feeling of guilt. The police and the attending doctor both said that Takashima jumped because of her neurosis, and Mrs. Shinagawa's death was a completely unrelated accident. That's the version of events they wanted to show to the public. But that was probably impossible. Last week, Shirayama Shibata fell to his death, and the following Sunday, Takashima Zagoro committed suicide in Suginomiya. And now, Shinagawa Yui had fallen from the roof by accident and died. The most convenient explanation for the school was to claim that the incidents were all unrelated. The school was probably already being talked about on the internet, and the media had probably contacted them too. The school was probably closed because the phones were ringing off their hooks in the staff room. They were probably getting calls from anonymous people on the internet who found out about the school. This was the time the media would get involved. Reporters always pay attention to what happens on the internet, and someone with a camera was actually spotted. If the mass media was already getting involved, the school's convenient interpretation of events they'll return soon. Gonna try a bit of a different mic angle. What really bugged me was Miss Sandoval's death. I actually just changed my chair because the other one was like squeaking too much. The eyewitnesses claimed that it was closer to an accident than a suicide. Mrs. Sandoval was Takashima-san's homeroom teacher. Takashima-san was simply being bullied. The real question is whether or not Mrs. Sandoval actually knew that the bullying was happening. If she knew about it, the likelihood that she would have committed suicide out of guilt was much higher. I can actually see the text like way better. Part of the problem is like my microphone was like directly next to the text box, so like my eyes kept like seeing like it was like really hard to read because like the mic was so close and I kept seeing the microphone in front of a lot of the words. But if she didn't know, it would match up with the testimony, which would mean that it was just an accident. Excuse me, Miyakami-san. Yes? I'd like to ask you something as well. Have you heard the rumors of bullying? Even if it wasn't related to Takashima-san, have you heard any rumors about this school? I don't really keep up with that stuff. I can't really say, but if you'd like to find out, why don't you try looking at the underground message board? The underground message board? What's that? She was so bad at acting, it was obvious that she knew about it. Do we have one of those? Who knows? I've only heard rumors, but they say there is one. Right, according to the rumors. She knew about it. So she knew the truth about Takashima Sakuro's bullying. She knew, but she was pretending like she didn't. So, if she knew, you could assume there was a pretty good chance her colleague, Mrs. Sanagawa, also knew. In other words, it couldn't eliminate the possibility that Mrs. Sanagawa's death was a suicide rather than an accident. At the moment, the cause of Miss Sanagawa's fall hasn't been determined, but from what I've heard from the police, they're only trying to determine whether it was a suicide or an accident. Building C's roof isn't open to the students. Several other teachers saw her borrow the key from the janitor right before she fell. I see. All evidence points to it being an accident then. That's right. According to her, the school officials didn't believe it was related to Mamiya Tatsushi in any way, so the police hadn't heard anything about him either. Why didn't they say that in the text? He might not have been directly involved, but I couldn't be sure he wasn't involved. The school would probably prefer that the police knew as well as possible. Okay, I think about it. Have the students who disappeared shown up again? The students who disappeared? Oh, I might have heard about something like that. What was going on there? Right, most of them were staying home or loitering downtown. Aren't there still missing people? Oh, yes. Couldn't you give a better answer than that? Oh, an announcement. This is Steel Call. This is Steel Call. If you're in the building, please come to the staff room immediately. There's a phone call from Mr. Takaragi, the counselor. From the counselor? Maybe he's calling ahead because he's going to be late? Just wait a moment. I'll go to the staff room. Okay. The call was probably just about the reason he was late, though I didn't really want to receive any counseling. Aside from that, Miss Shiokawa knew about the underground message board. She must have been getting the curse mail too, but she was just acting like she didn't know about it, actually, back then. Oh, I see. So, she's been registered since way back then. I see. Mrs. Shiokawa referred her. Wow, she has a lot of emails. Huh? She was registered? A lot of emails? Why didn't I think about this earlier? By registered, she must have been talking about the message board. And a lot of emails was referring to the curse mail, which meant Mrs. Shinagawa browsed the underground message board and she was in the curse mail. And she said Mrs. Shinagawa was referred to by Mrs. Shiokawa. So Miss Shiokawa had been browsing it too, and she definitely had been in the mail. So then, could I trust her? The underground message board had been turning them all into fanatics. I couldn't say for certain she hadn't gotten sucked up into all of it as well. Especially since Mr. Shinagawa was her only real friend. How do you know that? She was the one who referred her to the underground message board. Was Miss Shiokawa still stable after having someone like that die? Normally, you'd expect her to take a leave of absence to grief. Despite that, she was still... I thought she seemed scared of something, but she didn't really seem sad about the death. You saying she, Wait. She left her bag and some of the papers on the desk she was in. Attached when we looked at her bag, it was rather small. It was more of a pouch than a bag. Huh? There was a cell phone strap protruding from the bag. I think I've seen this strap somewhere before. I opened the fastener on her pouch. This is Miss Shinagawa's phone. It was the phone that I had picked up, which Tachibana had taken from me. Why was it in Miss Shiokawa's bag? Isn't that bizarre? Even if she found it after Tachibana dropped it, this wasn't the kind of thing someone would just hold on to and not say anything about. I mean, she could, because she doesn't have to tell you, to be fair. Common sense says she should have handed it over to, oh, that's what you mean, to the police or maybe Miss Shinagawa's relatives. Why did Miss Shiokawa have the cell phone? It's just weird. Miss Shiokawa. Is it really safe to run out of there when you took that from her? I took her cell phone, but it's not like I can let them hold on to it. I wasn't sure what to do. It might have been better just to hand it over to the police. That would have been the easiest thing to do, but my subconscious wouldn't let me do that. My heart was telling me that I couldn't just leave without solving this mystery. Why do I feel like this? I was totally unrelated to the accident. I didn't really know Takashi Mazakuro very well. I only met Mami Takashi a few times before. Miss Shinagawa and Shirayama Tsubasa before her too. They had nothing to do with me. But still, my heart was saying something to me. I have to stop this. Why? Why did I feel like this? I couldn't understand. Why did I feel I needed to get involved? For a moment, I opened up Miss Shinagawa's phone and checked. It really is. All the emails were deleted. That wasn't surprising. If someone found it, the police would definitely have gotten involved. At this point, the police didn't consider the deaths to be related. They thought two deaths were completely separate. They hadn't even considered there might have been a third party orchestrating it. Maybe it was Sachibai-san. Or it might have been Mrs. Shiokawa. Either way, someone definitely had deleted them all. Since she hadn't handed this over to the police as evidence, there was a high chance that Mrs. Shiokawa was an accomplice. What's going on? Since it's this model, if I do this, I might have gotten a bit lucky. It's almost impossible for an amateur to copy messages from a cell phone. Of course, logically it is possible, but as far as I knew, there's no software to copy the messages from a cell phone. Well, cell phones were developed by lots of different companies, whereas emails on a computer is mostly all the same. But this particular brand of cell phone stored the messages on the server for 30 days after they'd been deleted. So I could retrieve the messages that had been deleted. They were deleted just yesterday, so I should be able to retrieve all the important messages. I turned on my computer and connected to the underground message board. There was a list of different messages from Takashima around here. There was a thread for people to talk about the messages. They were all sent from Takashima. From looking at the thread, it seemed like almost everyone was sending the same messages, but there were occasionally some personalized ones. So there were two types of Takashima mail, communal and individual. For some reason, there weren't really many people posting the contents of their individual messages. That was probably because they talked about what kind of stuff that person had done to Takashima. The messages I retrieved from Miss Senegal's phone and the common messages posted on the message board. With the two of these, I'd be able to figure out what kind of messages she was in and where they drove her to her death. Oh, there are a ton of them! The 2-year-olds Saiko and Akasaka Megu said on the messages board that they were getting these messages every hour, but Miss Senegal was getting them too. There were way more of the messages than the communal ones. The total number of messages from Takashima was 62. Even if she wasn't dead, then that many messages from one person would have been scary. I calmly read the 62 messages. The first email was to be expected. The first is Takashima's messages. Huh? What's this? There was quite a gap between the first and second messages. The next one was 2 days after the first message, but still. After the second one, they started coming every hour. They were all sent at fixed intervals. The contents are mostly the same. It hurts to repeat it over and over. But look at all of these. The guy sending these must not have any hobbies. Or it's like an AI type thing. Huh? I continued reading. Starting on the night of the 15th, there were more messages with actual content. Definitely saw it. But you didn't do anything. You knew, but you pretended like you did. Of course, this is talking about the fact that Miss Senegal knew about the bullying and didn't do anything to stop it. Takashima was blaming her for it even after her death. I see. Pretty scary. You gave her always bullying me on the rooftop of Building C. They borrowed the key from you after all. Building C? That was the place Miss Senegal jumped from, right? They threw my doll off the roof. Until I have that, I can't rest in peace. You knew about it since you were the one who gave them the key. You had the key. You knew. I want my doll back! A black doll. My black doll. My doll says it's cold. It wants to go with me. So, I want to find it before I go. Either I take the doll with me, or I take you. I don't have my black doll. I'll take you instead. Come with me. I want you to come with me, so I'm coming. I came to your room, but why aren't you here? When I touched your 2 dolls in your room, all your heads came off. I have no body. My body is broken. I need the doll. Or, I need you. No body. No body. Broken body. I need you. Let's go together. Where are you? I need you. Let's go together. It hurts. It hurts. My body hurts. I fell. My arm is broken. My skull is split. It hurts. It hurts. I bleed when I move. I'm cold. I'm so cold. Where are you? I saw you in the hallway. I'm coming for you. I saw you in the hallway. I'm coming for you. I can see you huddled on the floor in the staff room. Behind you. I got you. Last message. The time was 5:58 p.m. Right around the time she fell. Or rather, the exact moment. This doesn't seem like a ghost. It seems like someone was leading Miss Senegal on. Next, I look at the messages she sent. Miss Senegal had been sending replies back since she started receiving the messages. It's just a prank, pretending to be Takashima-san is incredibly disrespectful. Who are you? These angry messages, changed to more fearful ones as more messages came from Takashima. He started apologizing, then mad, and apologizing again. There were a ton of them, but I still went through them one by one. That's wrong, I really didn't know. Akasaka-san and Kiyami-san said they were going to use Haruka to draw sketches for their club. I was just holding on to the key for the dagger. They said they were doing sketches. I didn't know they were bullying you up there. I'm sorry, Takashima. A doll? Your doll was thrown away. If it was dropped off the roof, it might be in the lost and found. I'll go look for it tomorrow. I really didn't know. I'll look for your doll tomorrow. So, Miss Senegal was the one who gave them permission to use the rooftop for their club. I didn't think you would have lent to them so they could bully someone. But still, this must have been really scary. Oh, don't come to my room, please. Please don't come here. I'll go find your doll right away. Look, but it wasn't in the lost and found. Oh my god, fly, get out of my face, God! But the janitor will be here in just a little bit. I'll ask him about it. Her sentences sounded like she was at her wit's end. Like she was so scared she couldn't even tell it was real. I mean, it just doesn't, it sounds like she's just believing it more than like, oh, she's scared. But I don't know, it's really hard to interpret the emotion through like something like a text message as vague as that. Last time I saw her, this is what she was feeling. Oh, it might have been around Building C. I'll go check to see if it got caught on one of the leaves. Or one of the eaves. That was the last message Miss Senegal was sent. After that, she went to the janitor, borrowed the key, and then fell from the rooftop. Miss Senegal was killed by Takashima's messages. Honestly, I probably shouldn't stick my nose in any further. Anyone could tell this was getting dangerous. This wasn't a game. This wasn't something a person like me should ever be getting involved with just for fun. If I had this phone over to the police, the culprit would be caught. If I did that, it would all end. Yeah, that's what I should do. If there was a culprit, it would all end there. If there was a culprit. But if these messages weren't being sent out by a human. If Takashima Sakura really was the one sending these messages, oh, no way, it's stupid to even consider that. You're not gonna, make me believe this many people are believing this. A dead person can send a message like this. The person sending these messages had to be a living, breathing person. Actually, the name listed in the sent from section was Takashima Sakura, which means she had Takashima Sakura's mail address. Opened up her contact list. Yes, she didn't just have Takashima Sakura's email address, she also had her phone number. This was sent directly to Takashima's phone. Though of course no one was going to answer, just curious. Huh? Why? Why is it coming from it? I'm out there! Not me! I'm out there! Why is it coming from inside this room? Why is the sound coming from inside this room when I just saw Takashima-san's phone? What the? What? Why did you open it? I don't care, I'm not coming back in this house ever again! What kind of place is this anyway? Look at this weird bookshelf and where are we, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? It looks like we're in a sewer or something. Look at the roof. Why is it curved like that? Are we in an attic or something? Why do you have so many books? You got so many books that are some of them are look as long as your bed. And there's also just so many stacks and stacks and stacks of them. That's the only other thing in your room. Open the desk drawer where the sound was coming from and... No way! This is... The case was eerily cracked. The heck? It was covered in blood and hair stuck to it. Hair? I don't see any hair. This was Takashima Sakura's cell phone. Why is it in my room? Yeah. Why? Full of apprehension, I checked the phone. The phone's email address read. No way. The email address was the same one that had been sending out all of Takashima's messages. Don't tell me I'm the culprit or something, or I have some weird split personality thing going on that I'm not realizing. Wait, just calm down for a moment. Collapse into the chair. Whoa, what am I doing? When I sat down to try and relax, I knocked something off the desk. Ow, what's this? Crap, it was the aluminum powder from my detective kit. The case was empty. I probably knocked it over when I pulled the desk drawer earlier. I just knocked the case to the ground, that's all. What am I doing? I cleaned up the detective kit I knocked over. I knocked the fingerprints I collected out of the case as well. What's wrong with me? Huh? That moment I saw it. The blood drained from my face. What is this? A chill ran up my spine when I saw the fingerprints. These are... The aluminum powder I knocked over was showing the fingerprints all over the room, on the desk, on the drawer, on the closet. And those fingerprints... Mine. They're mine somehow. Or Yuki somehow. They're the same ones as Takashima-san's desk. Why? I felt a cold sweat. I tried to make sense of the situation. What could this mean? That was the first time I had touched your desk, so the fingerprints couldn't have been mine, which meant either Takashima herself, or the second person who touched her desk came into my room and left this phone, throwing at my spine. Why? Her phone is in my room, along with the same fingerprints that were on her desk. If someone else is being here, I'm definitely getting out of here again. Why? This is... Huh? What? Whoa, what the... Why is there a random demon here? What? Oh, poltergeist. Whoa. What's this? Almost humanoid shape, like black space had been carved out of the air. It was summoned towards... Whoa! What the... What in the... I used to... cross equals, tree equals cross, huh? Why am I here now? The sound of the chime. The sound of the bell. That's right, even at this time, the school bell still rings. I just didn't know because I never show up to school at this time of day. I don't really want to be in such a gloomy place. This place where it seems like people keep dying. I fled from my house. At first I wandered around the shopping district. I ran here after getting hit on by drunks and delinquents. It looked like I was about to be rounded by the police along with them. Even a place like this was better than that house. It was a hallucination. There's no way something like that can happen. Right, it was just an illusion. Like the air had been carved out in the shape of a human, a creepy shadow. It was an illusion. I couldn't imagine it as anything else. It unhinged me a little, seeing the same fingerprints that were on Takashima-san's desk. That's why I had that hallucination. Even if it wasn't real, even if it was a hallucination, there's no way I could remain calm after seeing that. In a way, that's why I wanted to believe, because if it wasn't a hallucination. I'll give you my power! Takashima-san said that right before she died. Just right before she died, I was kissed by a dying person. That kiss. I saw it just happening. Even her cell phone showed up in my room. Why were her possessions summoned to me? What was that in my room? The morning sun had risen. I just sat in front of the gate since I was afraid to go into the school building. I wish I could nap a bit. Started walking shakily. Hey, Sayana. Wow, you really love this rooftop, don't you? Yeah, it's actually like where I live. Like I got a bed set up here. Like you just have to push this like button on your railing. This secret little button on your railing. And then, like the ground flips over and then a bed pops out. See? Oh yeah, I also got like some snacks. You know, the goodies. Cheez-Its. Yeah, they're actually my favorite. Oh, okay? Good morning, Miyakami-san. Morning? I mean, I guess it is morning, but why are you here so early, Ayana-san? Why are you here so early? You know, how could you not... never mind. Did you run away too, Miyakami? What? How are you... Because everyone ran away, just like that. What do you mean? You mean the people who went missing through the same experience? Experience? I saw a black shadow. I think it was a hallucination, but I definitely saw a black shadow. My room was covering the same fingerprints that were on Takashima's desk, and Takashima's cell phone was still in my room. I see. Everyone else experienced that too. It's very simple. Your experiences are yours alone. That much is obvious. That's not what I'm saying! Heh, what's wrong? This isn't like you, Miyakami-san. Weren't you supposed to have a stronger spirit than anyone? Weren't you supposed to be smarter than anyone else? What's that? Nothing like that. Really? What was determined as such? What do you mean determined? You can't just determine something like that. Heh. You're quite ignorant, Miyakami-san. For you see, I am the god of this world. Oh, yeah, that's what, Ayana feels like. Huh. But if I am a god, at least I'm a cool one, right? And who would determine something like that anyway? That sounds like something God himself might do. See? It was not determined by God. Then who? If God did not determine it, then humans did. That's all. I don't understand at all. You don't understand? That's just what you think right now. After all, every answer is right here. And you are in existence that can find those answers or ignore them. What's that? The crawling chaos. It emerges from a dark place. It creeps in every time you turn off the lights. Everyone is incredibly scared. People light lamps because they are scared. The light illuminates from the world. And thus, they try to forget. But that is mistaken. For the stronger the light is, the brighter the lights of the world shine, the more vivid the shadows cast. Light can eliminate the darkness. Light is founded upon temptation of the darkness. We try to eliminate it because it is both sightliness and unsightliness are as ambrosiac to us. The crawling chaos emerges from a dark place. It emerges from the shadow in the belly of a towering man. From the shadow of a clenched fist. The temptation is biding its time. The hidden temptation is always at your side. That which is hidden. That which tempts. You said something like that before. I don't remember that. Yes. People try to uncover that which has been hidden. But that is not an attempt to hide it and run away, but rather an attempt to hoard that sweet treasure away from others. Just like Mamiya-kun. Mamiya Takashi. You and Mamiya-kun are two figures that stand at opposite sides of the same door. Just like the dais who stands in the doorway governing the beginning of every action. Whoa! A quiet voice. Translucent eyes. She seems to know everything. She seems to see everything. She seems to be everything. My skin broke out into goosebumps, but this time, you will advance beyond that, and then you will stand at the end of the loop. Next time we meet. Tell me what you see at the end. Whoa, what? Loop? Is that why we're like ignoring what happened in the prologue? It's just like a loop or something? I thought we went to the real world in the prologue. I mean, I know I said I wasn't gonna ask much questions, but I'm a little confused. Because we were talking about leaving the illusionary world or whatever. Was that? Whoa. Was I sleeping just now? Ouch. My body hurts all over. Probably because I slept on the concrete like this. But why? Why am I in a place like this? I saw something like a black shadow. I don't know if it was a hallucination or whatnot, but I couldn't just stay there after seeing that. After wandering around the town, I arrived at this place, and here something happened. It was... Good morning. I want to ask you something, Ayana. What? Are you God? Maybe. Last thing I remember is you saying something really important. Next time we meet, tell me what you saw at the end. With this size the next time, but I still haven't seen anything. I suppose so. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, I guess it wasn't that then. Well, that's something to look forward to next time. But... She said that like it was a joke, but... What's going on? I had no memory after that, and yet now my head was really clear. The dog that shadow passed through my mind, but even that didn't scare me. Even though it was scary last night, it didn't seem so scary anymore. Oh, we're in the classroom with her. The classroom? Yeah, I don't have any money since I ran straight here. I have a 500 yen coin in my desk though. Hidden? Yeah, it's jammed in here, between the metal and the top board. Sometimes I forget my money after all. It's one of the tricks you pick up in life. I see. Huh? What's wrong? That's weird. It's not there? The money is there, but why are there books in Sakashi's desk? When I crouched down to get the coin out of my desk, I saw the desk diagonally in front of mine, Sakashi's. Yeah, where is Sakashi and Kagami? Yeah, they haven't been around recently. There were still textbooks left inside it. I took one out. The textbook is... That book was for a Thursday class, which happened to be 2 days ago. Why are these filling her desk after 2 days? Huh? I look into Kagami's desk too. It's the same. This is... How are you running all of a sudden? Sorry, there's something bothering me. I see. Actually, that night, 2 days ago, their house was pretty dark and the curtains were closed. And yesterday too, which means... It really is just the same. Wakatsuki sisters haven't been home. Did they die? I called the phone in their house. They were home, they'd answer. No one's answering. Aren't their parents home? Wait, what about mine? No matter how you look at it, they definitely hadn't been home. I couldn't think of anything else. Can't believe they've gone missing too. Was I stupid? How could I have done 2 days without realizing that? My dumbass, blinded by fear was I? There were plenty of hints. If I'd noticed, I could have put a stop to it before this had happened. was afraid of something like this. Pick up Takashima's blade cell phone. Why was I afraid of something like this? Something like this, something... I hadn't noticed it before because I was so scared. I'd overlooked it. I took out the detective kit and got the fingerprints off the cell phone. Those 2 sets of fingerprints are on this cell phone too. I transferred them to film and lined them up with the fingerprints I found on Takashima's desk. Bingo, just like I thought. The 2 sets match perfectly. The fingerprints on her desk are the same as the ones on this phone. The first set is Takashima's, but whose are the others? I headed back to the school. Welcome home. I'm back. That was surprisingly fast. I found a new hint, so I couldn't just stand around. A hint? Yeah, there was 1 set of fingerprints in my room, but there are 2 sets of fingerprints on Takashima's desk. It's not a mystery in of itself, but for some reason there are 5 sets on Takashima's phone. The fingerprints we know are on the phone are mine, Tachibaya's, Miss Shiyozawa's, and of course Takashima's herself. The last set is unknown. Even if we assume Takashima's ghost or zombie or whatever came to my room and left her phone there, in that case, why is there only 1 set of fingerprints in my room while there are a bunch of different ones on the phone? There's no good explanation. You can only call it unnatural, which means I took a sample of suspicious fingerprints on the desk. I like how Yana's just there. Who would pull a trick like that in my room? Of course, it could be Mamiya Tachichi or one of his followers, Tachibana-san, or one of the people I saw on the message board. I got the fingerprints I was looking for. Oh, look, it was the Savior himself. The Savior himself? Look. I showed her the 4 pieces of film. First, the one I took from Takashima's desk. Second, the one from my room. Third, the one from Takashima's cell phone. And finally, these fingerprints are from Mamiya Tachichi's desk. The one but him has touched it. So they're the only fingerprints on the desk. I laid the 4th sheet down. The answer is simple. It wasn't Takashima Sakuro's ghost that went into the room, messed it up, and left the phone. It was Mamiya Tachichi. Jeez, I can't believe I got so worked up about that. Such a dumbass. I got scared of something silly like this and didn't look at it as anything other than an object of fear, even when there were so many hints lying around. It even made me see that hallucination. I'm an idiot. You've returned to being the Miyakami Yuki I know. Once you get rid of all the smoke and mirrors, it's almost comical how silly the whole thing is. I see. Which means this was all devised by Mamiya Tachichi. Unless that's a red herring. All? It all matches up. I see. Though I still have to hear it from him to make sure. If Mamiya was behind it all. Please don't be behind it, Ayana. Please don't be behind it. You're my favorite character ever. Please don't be behind it, Ayana. Then the Wakatsuki sisters were abducted by him. Where could they be? It was all devised by Mamiya Tachichi. Isn't that the simplest explanation? Mamiya became friends with the Chaos. He made it dark so that the crawling chaos come more easily. Dark. Yes. Nyarlathotep. Nyarlathotep likes the dark. That's something you know very well. Something I know? You mean this place, or the place? Yes, Mamiya always had a place. Dark place. Oh! Mamiya's place. The place where Mamiya suddenly appeared. There. That was next to the old pool. It's there. Then do Ayala sign. What the? Ayala was already gone. But that's not what's important. The pool. She just fade out of existence or something? What the heck? The old pool, huh? That's where he is. It was my blind spot. But if you thought about it, it wasn't impossible. Last year I saw it in the indoor pooling stall, so this one wasn't used anymore. So it hadn't filled with water in over a year. I descended into the pool and found a manhole at my feet. This manhole? The scratches on the edges of the manhole were relatively new. If it hadn't been used in a year, the scratches would have rusted. But even the ones on it seemed fresh. This proves someone opened it recently. It must have been opened again very recently. There are only a few possible reasons for that. The first thing that came to mind was the possibility that a workman opened it to check something. But sadly that didn't fit. There would be scratches just like these on the other sewer entrances. But there was nothing like that on the rest of them. There was no evidence that any of the other manhole covers had been touched. That's not all. What was really unnatural about was that the rainwater was collecting in the pool, which meant the pool's drainage valve was closed. I thought it was a little strange that rainwater was collecting in the pool. If a workman had done something, that's the first thing he would fix. Someone has intentionally stopped the water from flowing down into the sewers. Why would someone do that? There was simply a drainage sink below the pool. Apparently these sinks were actually large enough for someone to live in. I saw on TV that sometimes homeless people lived in empty gasoline tanks after the gas stations went bankrupt. If people could live in a gasoline tank, it wasn't improbable to think that someone could live in a drainage tank. It was so strange when Mamiya kept appearing here. Why didn't I notice something so simple? Well then. I checked to make sure I still had my nightstick to protect myself. With this, I can handle several attackers at once, as long as they're amateurs and the space is narrow. Yeah, sure. It was definitely narrow. You could have called this, guerrilla, warfare. And this was a surprise attack. No problem. Took all my strength to look off the manhole cover. It smells like shit. The David manhole looked like the entrance to hell itself. It's probably Mamiya's hideout. So the reason he hasn't, been at home or anything is because he's been living in the sewer. Yeah, it's actually quite nice down here. I do indeed love it. You just don't understand. Of course a whore like you wouldn't understand, Yuki. All his followers were crazy. This smell probably wasn't poison or anything, but I wouldn't have put it past them to try and stab me. But I have to go. Start descending down into the manhole. I can't see anything since my eyes aren't that used to this. This really is scary. My breathing quickened. I had to calm down. If I couldn't see, the rest of my senses had to be as sharp as possible. I'm beginning to lose my voice. If my breathing was too loud, it could stop me from hearing something vital. If I started sweating, my sense of touch could be dulled. I needed to calm down and hone my senses. Sound of water. This should be where the drain connects to the sewer. The sewers are a lot wider than I expected. I slowly adjusted to the darkness. A little light filtered in from the open manhole. This is probably a really old shallow sewer. Smelled really bad. Being here for very long would have been nothing but torment. Drainage tank is... What the heck? I look around searching for the path. The only way for it seemed like the wrong way. There's no way the tank is in the direction where the water level rises. The drainage tank should be in the opposite direction, where the water level drops. But when I looked over there, I didn't see anything but a dead end. Why? Started walking and gradually began to see a light. The light was from the manhole. Back where I started. What's going on? No matter how far I walked, I couldn't find the drainage tank. I'm tired. Sat down in that spot. Should have worn a shorter skirt. The hem is pretty disgusting now. I let all outside. What's that? It's like I can hear voices from inside. This is someone crying. It's coming from inside. I was stupid. Why didn't I notice it? Once I thought about it, I realized there couldn't be a dead end in a sewer. It wasn't a dungeon. A sewer is a place where water is supposed to flow. A dead end would be a serious problem. It had to be. The spot's been blocked. Started looking around that spot where I assumed to be a dead end. It's like a hatch with a large screw-shaped handle on it. I pressed my ear up against it. This is Shikasha's voice, which means I wonder how many people there are inside. What would happen if I suddenly rushed in? What if there are more than 10 people inside? Those thoughts rushed through my mind, but the second I heard her voice, I dashed inside. No one's here. But more importantly, Shikasha's not here. Where is she? Look around the drainage tank and there's a manhole in the ceiling. It's just the entrance. This was different from the one I came in. There was a manhole on the ceiling of the drainage tank. My voice is dying. That manhole is open. Was that the sound of someone crying? What's this? What is this? A ridiculously huge open space before my eyes. The concrete columns seem to stretch on forever. This isn't the outside, though it probably is a pretty massive space. Oh, this is a new school building, which means this is beneath the new pool's foundation. So it was built on top of the old pool's drainage tank. They left it open because they were considering using the old pool's tank for the new pool. They didn't actually use it. So that's it. That voice. Shikasha! Ugh, why can't I hear it? Shikasha didn't respond to my voice. It was like her voice was seeping out of the walls around me. Shikasha, where are you? That nasty little crying you got. Tsukasa! How massive is this place? This might not be connected to just the new building, but the old building as well. Oh my god, Tsukasa, shut up! It can't be that bad! I walked through the darkness. I couldn't tell where her voice was coming from because of the echo. Tsukasa! Huh? Felt something unpleasantly slimy beneath my feet. I felt something like this before. Tsukasa! Huh? My mind couldn't take in the sight before my eyes. I'd never seen something like that before. Even when Miss Shinagawa died, it didn't cover that grand area. It was a lake of blood. Oh. I thought my eyes were, like, going goofy, and that was still just a black screen, to be honest. The cold concrete was stained. The entire area was stained with red blood. And right in the middle of that red floor, therein lay Kagami's tragic form. What? No! 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 What? Oh, die, Tsukasa. Oh, Nathan! Oh, Nathan! I can't even take her seriously for some reason. What is this? This has to be a joke. This can't. Every time I took a sip, the sticky blood made a distressing sound. All of this came out of Kagami. All of this was linked inside Kagami. Chill with the effect, and now it's scattered throughout the room like it. Oh, whoa! Hey, Kagami! I put my hand on Kagami's face. It was so cold and hard that it didn't even seem human. It didn't even seem like a human's face. This has to be a lie. This can't be. Hey, Kagami. There's no light in her eyes. The white pupils of her eyes were both clouded over. No light could possibly be reflected in those eyes. It's a lie, 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 a lie. This can't be true. 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 That can't be true. That can't be. Her arm. Whoa! What the? Her arms and legs have been cut off like a Yoruba doll. What the? Whoa. What? The places where they had been severed were still jagged. Oh man. Like someone had stabbed and slashed with a knife until they could forcibly tear it off. Oh my. I'm sorry. If I had known it sooner. I'm sorry. It hurt, didn't it? It hurt, right? I'm sorry, Kagami. I'm sorry. It hurt, didn't it? It hurt, didn't it? Did it hurt? Kagami. Everyone said she was a demon. They said, you have to cut the demon to pieces. Eitan wanted to go home. She asked me to go home so many times. It hurt so bad. And they cut off her arms. But all the way till the end, she kept saying she wanted to go home. She wanted to go home. Oh, Eitan. That's right. Kagami, let's go home. Picked up. What? I picked up Kagami. Was she always so light? What? It felt like I was holding a doll. Her body felt that light. Yuki. Let's go home. Back then, I carried you home on my back like this, didn't I? I'm literally dead. That time, you seemed too hard. You sprained your ankle ring. I came right away when I heard about it from Shikasa. And then this is what you said. What the? Am I crazy, or do I see like a arm shadow thing, like above Yuki's sleeve? I got her arms got cut off, and her legs. So I'm just carrying her like, what is it called? Like amputated body or something? Like, what? Alright, but, your back is so soft. Of course, I'm a girl after all. Yeah, that's right. You're a girl. Your back was always soft back then, too. Back then? Yeah, when John died, too. John? Oh, your dog. Yeah. I remember you saying you were going to Dial and look for a spirit. Well, that was Yuki. Yeah, I remember you said you were going to go out and look for a spirit. Yeah, I thought I could bring him back to life if I found where a spirit were off to. How would you do that? Where were you going to look anyway? I don't know. It's just, there was a big hill that we could never get past. I thought John's spirit might have been waiting there for us if we made it. Big hill? Yeah, a big hill on the way to Seoul. Was it really that big? Not now it isn't, but back then it was. When I was a child, it seemed so big. I thought it was the wall at the end of the world. Kind of like, in Minecraft, the limit of the world is like literally a wall. I just wanted to be on Earth for a moment. And this is accurate because it's 2012. I thought that if I could just get to the top of that hill, it would be the limit of the world. I was wrong. When I got to the top, there was more of the city, just like here. There was a hill after that, and another one after that too. The city continued forever. That was when I realized this world had no end. Wasn't that when you started crying? Yeah. Because that's when I knew John's spirit wasn't coming back. So I got sad. And then you came, Yuki. That's how it always was. It always came for me when I was crying. Because I'm always crying. Because I can't do anything. So I wanted to become stronger. I tried to be stronger. You did. But maybe you tried too hard. I'm no good, huh? It's not true. I'm still amazed at how hard you tried. I can't even do something like that. I always thought that back of yours was nice and hard. Big and strong. Nice and sexy. Okay, let's not make this flashback weird. Huh? What do you mean? Like a spider. No, even bigger. It was so big and strong that it seemed to envelop and protect me. So I was surprised when your back was so soft. Oh right, you still didn't know I was a girl at that point. Yeah, but really I was relieved. Relieved? Yeah, my favorite person's back was soft and small, but that was the back I loved. Of course, a girl's back is going to be softer than a boy's. Yeah, so I always did that to her girl. I'm so good about it. Not like I could change it. I mean, that's not what I'm saying. But then, I'd never be able to get married. But you love me just a little. What do you mean? You're so stupid. Stupid. Shut up and walk. When did this flashback happen? What time is it? Jeez. Kagami, sorry. In the end, my small back wasn't able to protect you. Kagami. Oh, the lights are on. Wait, what? Kagami, we're home. Your parents are probably going to be really sad when they see what's happened to you. But you said you wanted to go home, right? Kagami. Sasha rang the doorbell since my hands were full. I heard the footsteps in her. Wait, why are you taking her dead body to her parents? Yes? Silence. The woman opened the door with a cheerful voice. But that voice quickly disappeared and only silence remained. Since what I was showing was Kagami. Excuse me? Please forgive me. I couldn't protect Kagami. I let them do this to her. I'm so sorry. What? Yes? Excuse me? Please forgive me, I couldn't protect Kagami. I let them do this to her. What? I'm so sorry. Who are you? Huh? What? Did we just hop dimensions? Is something wrong with your doll? Doll? Huh? Huh? What's happening? What are you talking about? Oh, that's not it. This was Kagami, just a second ago. Wakatsuki Kagami-san. Is that the doll's name? Oh, it's not like that. Kagami lives here, right? She's your daughter. It's getting pretty late. If you don't mind, I'd really rather not keep talking like this. But Miss Wakatsuki... we're the Hashigawa family, not Wakatsuki. Huh? If you don't leave, I'm going to have to call the police. Oh, right, because I'm a mature 20-year-old. Forgot. What's this? What's happening? I don't... Shikasa! I turned my back towards Shikasa. Huh? What? It looked like the place where Shikasa had been standing had been chiseled out. It was only dyed pure black. Felt like some weird, alternate reality stuff is happening in this game. A shadow. A crawling figure that couldn't hold a human shape. That's... What the heck is that supposed to mean? A bunch of symbols! It yelled something. It definitely yelled something in a human voice. It made a sound that wasn't a sound. I definitely heard it raise its voice in an unholy scream. July 19th. Sound of the bell. The midnight time. The end of the week. Oh, okay! And on the 7th day, God ended his work which he made, and he rested on the 7th day from all his work which he had made, and God blessed the 7th day, and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. the day he finished creating the world. Even the weekend doesn't change one bit. Of course not. God doesn't change the color of the sky depending on the day of the week. The world God created contains the same sights every single day. It irreparably arrives back at the same theory over and over, like a mechanical clock. The sky is always blue, gray, scarlet. It rotates through the same sequence. A passing standing in front of a clock doesn't think a new moment begins. With every tick-tock of the clock's hands, why was there a comma next to tick? When the clock hand passes 12 o'clock, the summit, no one thinks that a new time has begun. An end is the beginning of another commonplace scene, the beginning of a commonplace world, and beyond that, the scenery one just saw comes into existence once more. An infinity we call repetition. An infinity of the same script. There is nothing novel in this world. All that is in this world can clearly be described. There is nothing beyond this world. What is here, and what the next world we're headed to, it is all part of a world that can be described in the same terms. That was random? Oh, hey Ayana. Good morning. Ayana-san, why are you here? Why are you? Finally she asked. I had no reason to be here. I just ran while I was standing here. At some point my world started to go askew. At some point my world started to mingle with a scene I've never seen before. I don't understand it. You don't understand. Ayana, if I... Or, Ayana, I... Why don't you go and see? See what? The inside. The inside? 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 Yes. What's that? I don't know what you mean. What I mean? What's going on? When did all this happen? Wakatsuki Kagami really existed, right? Wakatsuki Tsukasa really existed, right? There's no way they didn't. I mean, I have all those memories with them. All these memories from so long ago. Why did Kagami's body turn into a doll? Why did Tsukasa turn into that Sherry thing? When did they get replaced like that? What are you talking about? When did all this happen? When? That's why you came to see it, right? The inside. What's the inside? Does that have something to do with what's happening? The inside is just what Mami Akakichi-kun called it. It has no name. What do you mean? Why doesn't it have a name? Just like how there's no name for the side at the end of the week, that side doesn't have a name either. It's a commonplace site. Common file shy. There is no mystery here. No mystery. I wish it was something as nice as a mystery. This is impossible and illogical. What's happening to me? Nothing really. From the time they're born, people replace the cells in their bodies several times over. Just like how your body, whose cells have been replaced time and time again, you have remained you despite the fact that you have constantly changed since the moment of your birth. Nothing changes Miyakami Yuki. It's Miyakami Yuki. There's nothing impossible or illogical about that. 45 quadrillion, 425 trillion, 698 billion, 452,355,481. What's that? That's probably the first time I said that number in this world. Yeah, probably. It's an unknown figure that no one has heard or seen. But it's not mysterious at all. No one has heard this number, but no one will be shocked to hear it. Even if no one has given it shape, anyone can understand it. Everyone already knows it. Even if such a thing has never appeared in this world, such a thing should not frighten you. It's a very commonplace sort of world. How is this world commonplace? Like I said, we're going to see what's beyond the commonplace world, right? That's what Mamiya-kun called that scene. The inside. And there's something you want to ask Mamiya-kun, isn't there? Yeah. Ayana started walking. I followed her. Please don't be evil, please don't be evil, please don't be evil. The old pool. Ayana. Yes? Do you know about that? Of course. She went down first. She doesn't ever seem to hesitate. My eyes aren't used to this. I couldn't even walk since it had been less than 10 seconds since we reached the bottom. Ayana. Pee you! It stinks! Stinky poo-poo diapers down here. Smells like Takiji. Well, it is for sure. Hey, wait. I got laid away. She went into the drainage tank. So she knew all about it. There's no one here. There's no way they could gather in such a tiny place. Fade away again? I had up the cover inside and left. Ayana! I was thinking that tons of people could probably hide out in here. See ya. Ayana kept walking. It was like she already knew the way. I mean, she probably does. Ayana, just who are you? Finally, like, why didn't you ask this before? Oh, it's not Ayana. No, I already know your name. She walked over to the place where Kagami had been laying, where the floor was covered in dark red blood, but there was no blood. Time. There was just time scattered everywhere. So that really was. Kagami's mutilated body was just a doll. A doll filled with time. What happened to your real Kagami? Wait, you're full sprites? Wait, there are some legs and stuff. Over here. Wow, this really is a big place, actually. Now that I see it in perspective like that. I stopped and stood in one spot. Then she waved, me over. A huge pillar stood in front of her. It seemed as if it was supporting the world itself. Ayaka pointed to that pillar. What is this? The huge pillar was covered in scribbles, though they were carefully drawn like religious idols. From far away they blended in with the rest of the pillar. The whole thing is covered in scribbles. Did Mamiya Takagi do this? He's evil! He drew anime girls! Tell him! He's an otaku! To be fair, that is a pretty good reason for him to die, though. Weeps and otaku should just die. That's right. This is the shape of Mamiya-kun's Nyarlathotep doll. What? Is that Nyarla whatever, a living thing or something? Yeah, something like that. The crawling chaos. Huh? The crawling... That thing I saw. Was that... Time to go see the inside. The inside? Like so. Huh? Why is it transition like that though? It's just like randomly zooming on a character. Oyashi pointed into the darkness. I thought it was pure darkness, but I caught a few vague glimpses of skill within it. It looked like a spiderweb reaching down into the depths of hell. It's not a ladder. Was this used during construction? Hayata-san, where does this lead? Like I said, it leads to the end sky. The end sky. The end sky. Oh man. Well, double my doorless. The runs continued on forever. I was caught up in the illusion that I was wandering through endless darkness. It's that wind. I could hear wind in the distance. Far away, farther, farther. At the top of the ladder, I could hear wind. That kind of... The far-off sound of the wind slowly came closer. The sound of wind. Huh? This is Building C. Is that, Mamiya? And who's that other person? Isn't that, like, one of the, like, one of those random girls we talked to? Isn't it, like, Dude Bro's little sister or something? This is Building C. The rooftop that Sue Cora loud on. It was the roof of Building C. Ayana. Look. There it is. There. Look at where she pointed. Who are those people? What are they doing over there? That was the spot Miss Shanagala fell from. Suicide Squad? Why are those two standing there? No way. What? What this? That's a joke, right? How was another person just die? Or was it just a doll? Wasn't my mistake again? This is Mamiya Takagi. Whoa. This is definitely gonna be the thumbnail. Man, Yuki's like kinda losing it. Finally I can do the Takagi voice again! This is gonna be awesome. Even though it's literally just Tails, but edgy. Oh look, if it isn't Miyakami-san. Long time no see! I am Tails, you can tell because like, I'm from the Side franchise, cause they never stopped saying I dumb fucking lying. You! So, you were still there. I just saved everyone. Saved? Is this salvation? That's right. Are you that stupid? Can't you see that they just died? Just died. I see. You might be right. People wish to become one with something greater, but that's no different from death. That's why they fear becoming one with something greater, just as they fear death. I don't want to hear this dribble coming out of your crazy head. Oh, did you share something you do want to hear? Something I do want to hear? Yeah, I've got plenty of questions for you. Plenty, huh? You set all this up, didn't you? Set it up, did I? That's right. This whole thing is a farce you devised. A farce I devised? Excuse me, are you talking about my miracles? That's right. Oh, that's quite interesting. So, you're saying there's a trick to my miracles? That's right. There's no curse, and there's no miracles. And of course, there's no prophecy that the world's going to end. There's just a bunch of true tricks. True tricks? So that's what you think. Have you figured them all out? Of course. That's wonderful, Miyakami. I suppose I should have expected that much of you. Now, Miyakami-san, let's hear it. Let's hear all about my tricks. So, what should we start with? From the beginning. How did it start? Can you explain that? Oh man, my voice is going out. Let me take off my headphones, cause I can barely hear how my voice is coming out, and it's messing me up. The beginning? Well then, the start of this uproar would be Takashima-san's curse mill, I suppose. Oh, the curse mill. I'd love to hear about that. They call it Takashima Mail. The curse messages that got sent out to everyone. That was the simplest trick. The simplest? That's right. It was so obvious. The method was downright primitive. You either picked up Takashima-san's phone at the site of her suicide, or you stole it. I see. That's an obvious trick, isn't it? So then, what's your proof? I found 2 sets of footprints on her phone. Takashima-san's own fingerprints, and yours. And how did you find those? I don't know if it was a prank or whatnot, but someone left her phone in my room. It was you, right? You were probably trying to scare me, but you left way too much evidence behind. I also got fingerprints from your desk, and Takashima's desk, and then I compared them. It was a bingo. I confirmed that the fingerprints on the phone were Takashima Satoru's and yours. I see. You used her phone and sent out those messages to as many people as you could. I don't know how you got them, but the addresses you got were from your underground message board registration list. How I got them, so you still don't know that. Unfortunately not. But it all lines up. It lines up? Well, it's just a hypothesis, so I have no real evidence. But if the police are involved, they'll figure out right away. The school's underground message board, the Sawayaka message board, you must be the administrator. And if we assume that, the strange stuff happening in those threads makes sense too. You mean if I was the administrator, I would have all your registration information? Yes, that's it. You're correct. You're pretty smart, Miyakami-san. You made the bullying she received the main point of the messages, and you used that information to make the people related to the bullying your primary targets. As far as I know, those were Akasaka Megu, Kikami Sakago, and Mrs. Sanagawa. How's that? That is also correct. Though, I have to give you only a 75%. 75%. Right. The people who felt guilty about her bullying were Akasaka Megu, Kikami Sakago, the teacher who let it happen, Mrs. Sanagawa, and then one more you forgot. Sakaro's friend, Tatibana Kimika. Tatibana Kimika. Isn't she one of your followers? Yes, now she is. Yes, now she is. She was the most useful follower I had, but at first she felt guilty about bullying Takashima Sakuro too. But putting that aside, I'd like you to tell me, how did I corner Akasaka Kikami and Sanagawa? They were posting all about it on the message board. They got messages from Takashima-san that no one else got. Messages from the dead every hour. You used those to put them under extreme stress and stop them from thinking clearly. The most elementary of all elementary psychology effects. Techniques? What do you mean? Mind control. It's what emergent religions do to gain followers, and it's what multi-level marketers do to find victims. What for? A lone prophet is just a nutcase, but if one other person believes them, if they find even one follower, then it becomes a religion. In order for you to become the savior, you need to have at least one follower. From looking at the message board, it seems like the first two to believe you were Akasaka Megu and Kikami Sakago. After you secured those two, your followers swelled. Could you be more specific? The endless messages from the dead chased them into a corner. It made them ask for salvation. If there was someone who could save them from that hell, that person would be able to call themselves the savior. And by doing it on the message board where other people could see, the effect was multiplied. So in order to raise their stress as high as possible, you told them to go to the place they most feared, the place where Takashima committed suicide. Their stress. Right, you told them to go to the site of their suicide, in the middle of the night. What they found there was a lot of Takashima Sakuro's hair, from a part of her scalp still attached. You probably got that at the same time you picked up her phone. And you gave them the impression that they had dispelled the curse by having them burn the hair. And you told them about your beliefs while they completely exhausted both in mind and spirit. You crushed their spirits with fear and filled them up with new information. It's elementary. It's the most elementary of elementary mind control techniques. The same thing a predatory marketer does. You made followers of the weak and increased the anxiety of the rest. How wonderful! You really are amazing, Miyakami-san. Then what about Sanagawa Yui? You managed to get her cell phone, although I stole it from Mrs. Kiyokawa. Yes, that's right. So then, what did you learn from that? Almost all of the information had been deleted. The messages and everything. So then, what did you find out? Everything. Everything? Yes. With that brain of phone, I could retrieve all the deleted messages. Messages came every hour, and there was nothing to them. They were just trying to scare her, and they suddenly started leading her in a specific direction on the 15th. They started working to get her on the Building C rooftop. And that made me remember how the 15th was the day when you made a strange prediction. Something about your death proving you correct. I did make a prediction like that. And that's why. The messages started mentioning the doll Takashima lost on Building C. She went looking for it. After all, if she couldn't find it, Takashima Sakura would take her instead. In the time she received the messages, interestingly enough, all the messages were sent an hour apart. 12:01 a.m., 1:01 a.m., 1:01 a.m., and 2:01 a.m. But the timing of the very last message was completely different, because that message was right before she fell, at a time that didn't obey the schedule up until then. The answer is simple. You placed the doll she lost on Building C in a very dangerous place. Normally, someone would use a tool to do it, but at that time, Mrs. Shinagawa wasn't thinking clearly. She climbed over the fence, got down on the eaves, and then she stretched out her hand. And just when she was least stable, her phone rang. What was ringing was, "Behind you, I got you." And Mrs. Shinagawa's hand slipped. Ah, what a wonderful deduction, Miyakami-san. You're almost totally correct. Yeah, I've finally been able to put together the big picture. This whole farce you're doing. It wasn't a supernatural phenomenon, or a god, or a ghost, or anything like that. Just a single person. You came up with the whole thing. You broke into my room and left Takashima's phone, and Takumi and Tsukasa. What about them? How did they... What did you do to me? Tell me that. I haven't done anything to you. That can't be true! Sorry to say, but I haven't done a single thing to you. That's a lie! That can't be true! You did something to me! I didn't. I can't do anything to you. What was that I saw? What is all of this? Oh, it's time. It looks like you want to stay in this moment forever. I'll go on ahead. Wait, Mamiya! So, I get love you. What? What? Yeah, so I get love you. No, I get love you. Huh? What the? Huh? What's that? Young Sky. Mami is gone. Just now No! No, don't do it. Don't be evil. Ayana, What was that? It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. What? It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. Wait, did the sky just turn red? I wasn't really paying attention. But I saw something. Did that kill everyone? It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. No, I didn't do anything, just... It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. Wait, are you in my mind? Just what? It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It's nothing. Mamiya just jumped off. It neither is a person nor isn't a person. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is Ayana nor isn't Ayana. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is Yukiko nor isn't Yukiko. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is Satomi nor isn't Satomi. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is a student nor isn't a student. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is a school nor isn't a school. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is barefoot nor isn't barefoot. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is homework nor isn't homework. It's nothing. Wait, what? Watanabe-kun just jumped off. It neither is sex nor isn't sex. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is Taro 2 nor isn't Taro 2. Wait, isn't that the people who make this? Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is scenery nor isn't scenery. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is love nor isn't love. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is a survival nor isn't survival. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is form nor isn't form. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is God nor isn't God. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is a world nor isn't a world. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. It neither is form nor isn't form. It's nothing. Mamiya-kun just jumped off. Okay. Whoa! What's the jump? Huh? I heard the sound of my skull cracking. But that wasn't from the outside world. I think it came from within me. Miyakami-san, sometimes I wonder about... wait, what? What? Huh? Miyakami-san, sometimes I wonder about these things. Where's the limit of the world? The very edge of the world. If such a place existed, suppose I were able to stand in that place. So I look at the scenery from that edge just like anywhere else? If I think it's normal to wonder about these things, that must make me weird. I mean, that's the edge of the world. It's the limit of the world. If I could see that with my own two eyes, wouldn't the limit of the world become my own limit? Wouldn't the world, viewed from that spot, be the world that I see? Wouldn't that be my world? The limit of the world would become the limit of my world. The world is which I can see, touch, and feel. Then what is the world? What is the difference between me and the world? Is there one? The difference between me and the world? They're the same. However, other people might have felt this too, even if you think that the world is just you. And I think that's probably correct. I couldn't say for sure, but if you stood at the edge of the world, you would probably see the shape of the world just like I do. So you would be the same as the world too. That doesn't really make sense. If the world is me, why can't I see the world that you see? Even if you are in my world, I can't see the world you see. I've never seen the world that you do. They're like parallel universes that can never cross. I wonder if that's what's going on here, like parallel universe. Like I really have no idea what's going on. Even if there are hints that suggest the other exists, they can never touch. I can't see the world you live in, but is that really the case? If I've really never seen your world, if every person has equally allotted one singular world, how could those worlds possibly become one? How can there be so many worlds? There must be a way for the worlds to become one. Sometimes I think about these things. That's why I was able to love you. Oh, okay. I guess I was saying the chapter. Well, man. Like, hear these knuckles? Oh man, listen to those knuckles crack. But yeah, I'll just now that this chapter's done, I'll try and edit these videos, once I hop back on my, Mac interface switch. But, man. That was a really, good chapter. It's just, it's kind of, insane, the quality, the quality hop, I mean, from, the prologue to the, first chapter. There's a lot of, reality type of stuff going on, and, just how your perspective affects stuff. But it's I can't exactly, piece together, what exactly it means, but I definitely use it as a running theme in the thing. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. I thought, a lot of the casual scenes had actual writing that, I would have expected from the prologue, which was really weird. I didn't really think that made much sense. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it may sound strange since a lot of them didn't do much, but I thought the characters were pretty good. I mean, obviously the standout ones are probably Ayana, Yuki, and Mami Takagi. But I also enjoyed the Wakatsuki sisters here, which I don't know if we hopped universes or if they're trying to say they were never actually real, which I feel that how I have all those memories in. But yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed this chapter. Whoa, eyeball! Whoa, eyeball! Alright, and yeah, that's the end. So, if we really wanted to, let's see, what's the next chapter? Down the rabbit hole. It's my own invention. But yeah, I'll probably have to do it for this video. I guess a bit more closing notes. Like I had a lot more fun with this chapter. I feel like you can probably tell that by like the way I talk. Like of course I still have like jokes like I hate these characters or something. Like I don't hate any of the characters. Like I don't hate Sakasha. I'm just kind of joking, but like you can kind of tell like some of the mean spirit jokes like from the prologue and versus like this chapter. I mean, I really didn't even make that many jokes then, like, which kind of shows how, like, I wasn't really, like, into it, and, I was just kind of, like, trying to, like, speed through everything, too, and I was just kind of, like, done with everything in the prologue, which you can probably see, as opposed to this where I'm, like, actually into it, yeah. Yeah, my favorite characters are probably like, Mamiya, Ayana. I think Ayana is my favorite character, and then would probably be Mamiya because, oh no, he's just like, kind of funny. And then, I guess Yuki. And then would probably be like Kagami, and I don't really have an order for everyone else. But yeah. Hope you all enjoyed the video. It's probably gonna be a while until like I start recording the next chapter because I gotta edit all these videos now. On top of like doing the VGM comics. And I took a break from those just to like record these, but I hope I get these videos like pretty quickly after I've already recorded them, compared to like how it usually is. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed your video, and I'll see y'all next time. And yeah, bye.